Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shab. India's big diplomatic strike on Pakistan. The Cabinet Committee on Security, or the CCS, the country's highest decision-making body on national security, it has taken some strict and punishing measures against Pakistan. The Indus Water Treaty has been kept in abeyance. Pakistani nationals will get no SAARC visas. The Atari border with Pakistan will be shut down. India will withdraw staff from its High Commission in Pakistan, and the current visas of Pakistani nationals have been cancelled and they must leave within 48 hours.
The Indus Waters Treaty of 1960 will be held in abeyance with immediate effect until Pakistan credibly and irrevocably abjures its support for cross-border terrorism. 2. The integrated checkpost Atari will be closed with immediate effect. Those who have crossed over with valid endorsements may return through that route before 1 May 2025. 3. Pakistani nationals will not be permitted to travel to India under the SAARC visa exemption scheme visas. Any SVAS visas issued in the past to Pakistani nationals are deemed cancelled. Any Pakistani national currently in India under SVES visa has 48 hours to leave India. 4. The defense, military, naval and air advisors in the Pakistani High Commission in New Delhi are declared persona non grata. They have a week to leave India. India will be withdrawing its own defense, navy and air advisors from the Indian High Commission in Islamabad. These posts in the respective High Commissions are deemed annulled. 5 support staff of the service advisors will also be withdrawn from both High Commissions. 5. The overall strength of the High Commissions will be brought down to 30 from the present 55 through further reductions to be effected by 1st May 2025. The CCS reviewed the overall security situation.
पूर्व में भी उन्होंने जिस तरह से कड़ी कार्रवाई की है, इस बार भी उनको बख्शा नहीं जाएगा। हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी साहब ने और श्री अमित भाई शाह साहब ने दोनों ने इसके ऊपर पूरा अल्टीमेटम दिया है और वो काम हो भी रहा है। अभी उनके साथ कोई भी संधि आज तक हुई होगी, उस सभी संधि को रद्द कर देना चाहिए। ऐसा मुझे लगता है सरकार ने जो अभी जल संधि को रद्द कर दी है, एक अच्छा डिसीजन लिया है।
Cabinet Committee on Security met at 7 Lok Kalyan Marg under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The meeting lasted for almost 2.5 hours. The CCS started with condemning the terror attack in Pahalgam, and it was the Cabinet Committee on Security which welcomed the statements made by the world leaders who condemned the terror attack on the Indian soil. It was 25 Indian nationals, including one Nepali citizen, who was killed in the deadly terror attack in Pahalgam. Home Minister Amit Shah, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh were the top 3 ministers apart from Prime Minister, and it was NSA Ajit Doval and Chief Secretaries who were the part of this CCS. Important decisions being taken as far as India is concerned to corner Pakistan. What we have been told is that the Pakistan High Commission military officials have 1 week to leave India. The overall strength of the Indian High Commission will be brought down to 30 from present 55 from May 1st. Apart from it, current visas for Pakistan nationals will be cancelled. India had announced major decisions against Pakistan. India to withdraw defence staff from Pakistan High Commission as well. Atari border with Pakistan to be closed. No SAARC visas for Pak nationals. Indus Water Treaty to be held in abeyance. These are major decisions that the CCS has taken, and it would be tomorrow. Rajnath Singh, Defence Minister of our country, would be chairing an all-party meeting and will be taking every political party into consideration, will be informing about the decisions that had been taken by the Government of India in the CCS today, and certainly what's the way forward, and suggestions would also be sought. So a very important meeting that lasted for 2.5 hours. The CCS, which was chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi at 7 Lok Kalyan Marg, just concluded.
The government is planning to hold an all-party meeting to discuss the recent terror attack in Pahalgam. Now, sources indicate that the Union Home Minister Amit Shah and the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, they have been in touch with the party chiefs, and that the meeting is now scheduled for Thursday evening. Meanwhile, the Jammu and Kashmir Cabinet has advised Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha to summon a special session of the Legislative Assembly on the 28th of April to discuss the recent terrorist attack on tourists in Pahalgam. The session will be held in Jammu at 10:30 a.m. My colleague Nazir Masoodi has more details. 26 innocent lives have been nipped in the bud by terrorists in Kashmir's Pahalgam. Those innocent tourists, they came from across India to celebrate life, from Maharashtra to Karnataka to West Bengal to Haryana. These tourists who believed in the larger integration of Jammu and Kashmir with India. The mortal remains of some of the deceased, Sameer Guha, who hails from West Bengal, brought to Kolkata, Sushil Nathaniel, who is from Madhya Pradesh, brought to Indore. The anger is palpable on the ground. My colleague Shreyasi and Tanushri get us these reports.
The mortal remains of the two victims from West Bengal have been brought in here at the Kolkata airport. They had taken the flight to Srinagar to vacation with their family, but have returned closed in the coffin. Their families completely devastated, the wife still shocked, their grieving daughters accompanying the mortal remains. Minister Firad Hakim there, going along with the families, and leader of the opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari, coming out of the airport. The leader of the opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari, there raising slogans, anti-Pak slogans against the terror attack. The mortal remains of Sameer Guha, the resident of Kolkata, who had gone with his family to Pahalgam for a vacation after his daughter completed her final examinations and has now returned home after tragedy struck the tourists in Pahalgam. Bitan Adhikari, returning to Kolkata for the last time, closed in this coffin as well. Both of them were supposed to be back tomorrow after the vacation with their family. The small child, 3-year-old child that they survived, BJP MLA Agnimitra Paul accompanying the family, and of course the BJP here raising slogans. But the family, which has lost everything, has very little hope apart from the justice that they demand from the government of India, that justice be delivered. But for now, the families in grief, completely sorrow-struck here in Kolkata. With camera person GD Shankar, Shreyasi for NDTV.
The mortal remains of Sushil Nathaniel was brought to at Indore airport at 8:30 p.m. As you can see in visuals and images, how the mortal remains were brought over here and was kept for some moment. The family and the authorities, the CM Dr. Mohan Yadav also gave the last tributes to the mortal remains of Sushil Nathaniel. Now the mortal remains of Sushil Nathaniel will be taken back to his Indore house at Veena Nagar, where he was staying for last 40 years, and now according to the information, the last rites of Sushil would be done tomorrow morning, and as per the details, Sushil went to Jammu and Kashmir on 21st April with his wife and his daughter. His wife is completely safe, but his daughter was also severely injured on her leg, and now she is undergoing treatment in the hospital. Right now, Sushil's mortal remains are in the ambulance going back to his house in Indore at Veena Nagar, where he was staying. And now, a few moments before, the CM was also present over here, who gave the last rites to the body of Sushil Nathaniel, who was brutally killed in an incident happened at Jammu and Kashmir, Pahalgam, the Switzerland of India. So this is a very disheartening incident that happened. More than 20 people were killed, and among them one was Sushil Nathaniel from Indore. Higher authorities were present over here in the evening to give the last rites to Sushil's body, and now it's going back to his house where next rites will be done for his last rites. And as you can see now, the ambulance would be leaving for his house, and very soon the body of Sushil Nathaniel will be reaching his home in Veena Nagar. And now the last rites would be done tomorrow morning as per the details provided by the relatives and the people residing near Sushil's house. The family was at Kashmir after the incident, and now they have returned to Indore with Sushil's mortal remains, and tomorrow will be the last rites of Sushil's. From Indore with my camera person Lala Shahabuddin, Tanushree Desai.
We have seen this the huge loss to the family. ये बहुत बड़ा लॉस है फैमिली को जो पूरा नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं अभी भी उनके दादाजी से भी बात हो रही थी, वो कह रहे थे कि अब समा आ गया है कि जवाब देना चाहिए, लेसन देना चाहिए।
नहीं, ये तो अब तो देखो टाइम आ चुका है, बहुत हो गया। आप देखो ना, वर्ल्ड के अंदर भी कोई कहीं भी किसी भी देश पे थोड़ा, आप इजराइल का लो उदाहरण, इजराइल में तो भी उनके आदमी इतने मारे तो उन्होंने आप देश ही ख़त्म कर दिया एक। अब मतलब हम तो ये नहीं चाहते भी पूरा उनका देश पाकिस्तान खत्म, पीओके ले ले अपना, पीओके अब ले जाओगे तो एक वर्ल्ड लेवल का इंडियन बहुत प्रभाव पड़ेगा। जैसे बांग्लादेश अलग बना था तो एक अटैक और उन पे हो जाए तो बहुत ज़बरदस्त पीओके लेके एक बफर स्टॉक बन जाए, इधर किसी के आने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है। जो बीच में इतना बड़ा एरिया होगा वहीं पे टेररिस्ट ख़त्म हो जाएंगे। और ये अब प्रेशर है देश की जनता का भी। कश्मीर में जब भी कोई भी डेवलपमेंट होती है, अब पीक पे था सीज़न, तकरीबन टूरिस्ट ऑल इंडिया वर्ल्ड से जाते हैं क्योंकि अच्छा प्लेस है, मिनी स्विट्ज़रलैंड है, तो सभी होते हैं क्योंकि अच्छा माहौल भी है, घाटी है एक किस्म से। वो पहाड़ पे उत्तराखंड जाओ, वहाँ जाओ, ऐसी प्लेन घाटी नहीं मिलती जो कश्मीर में है।
तो इस बार जो टूरिस्ट प्लेस पे हुआ है यहाँ पे पहलगाम में, कह रहे हैं कि पहले ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, लेकिन टूरिस्ट प्लेस को टारगेट किया गया। और विनय वहाँ पे हनीमून पे गया था कुछ समय पहले, शादी हुई, 16 को शादी हुई, उसके बाद रिसेप्शन पार्टी हुई 19 को, उसके बाद वहाँ पे गया। तो क्या लगता है कि कोई ऐसा एक्शन लेना चाहिए सरकार को ताकि पूरा इसमें लोगों को पता चले कि एक्शन हुआ?
बिल्कुल जी, सरकार को तुरंत ये एक्शन लेना चाहिए और कि आगे से ये आतंकवाद का जो हिस्ट्री में ख़त्म होना चाहिए। जो पीओके में जो ये आतंकवादी जो संगठन बैठे हुए हैं, तो वहाँ पे इनको जाके सरकार को, मैं प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी को रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि जो वहाँ पे संगठन बैठे हैं तो उनको अटैक करके, और ये पीओके है ये इंडिया के अंदर ही आना चाहिए, जिससे कि आतंकवाद ख़त्म होगा। आज जो ये काम हुआ है बहुत दर्दनाक हुआ है काम है, ये आतंकवाद जो है बहुत ही दर्दनाक हुआ है, इसके हमें कहते हैं ख़त्म होना चाहिए।
Tourism Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, he spoke exclusively to NDTV, and the minister made an appeal to the tourists and reassured them that the government is standing with them.
Union Minister for Culture and Tourism Gajendra Singh Shekhawat is with me. So thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. It's a sad day for the country. It's India is mourning. What sort of guidelines had been issued for the tourists who had been stranded there in Jammu and Kashmir after Pahalgam terror attacks?
Thousands of tourists which they were there in Jammu and Kashmir yesterday, and after the tragic incidents of the yesterday where many people have lost their lives because of the fear suspect, many of the people wish to come back and return by cancelling their trips and tours. To ensure the safe travels and to ensure the convenience in the to the return travelers, the Civil Aviation Ministry have also taken this task. They have instructed, they are in touch with the airline operators to ensure that a sufficient number of air tickets and aircrafts are being made available. And simultaneously, we have also requested the OTT platforms and the platform handlers to ensure that the unnecessary cost should not be imposed upon the tourists who are cancelling their trips and their bookings, to ensure the minimum cancellation charges or waiving of the cancellation charges is to be taken care.
So lastly, your message to the tourists over there in Jammu and Kashmir is tended because tourism remains the sector which helped Jammu and Kashmir economy to grow.
So it is really a very critical for the state of Jammu Kashmir because that is the largest contributor of economy of state of Jammu and Kashmir. I would request, though it's a tragic incident, though it's a scary incident, but still, this is a standalone incident. Please don't make any panic and be assured that the entire government under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi ji is standing behind them. They are safe, they will be safe, they will be taken, their safety will be taken care with the utmost priority. So don't make any panic. All possible arrangements are being made and government is working toward.
And Sajjad Lone, the MLA from Jammu and Kashmir People's Conference, spoke to my colleague Maria Shakil earlier in the day. Listen in to that conversation.
Sajjad Lone is the MLA from Handwada and President of Jammu and Kashmir People's Conference, and he's joining me from Srinagar. Mr. Lone, thank you so much. There was almost an unwritten rule in Kashmir that tourists won't be killed by terrorists. This is for the first time, Mr. Lone, that tourists have been killed. What do you think has changed in the valley?
You see, it's something which is exogenous. It's not something which is an internal variable. These are people, terrorists, who came from the forest sites, from the very dense forests, perpetuated a heinous act of killing innocent civilians, and then ran away. And I can tell you with all the authority that I have never seen such anger and such outrage within the valley. People from all walks of life have come up and expressed their outrage at this carnage.
Does this attack, Mr. Lone, change the very nature of threat in Kashmir? Since you say that this is for the first time that you are seeing this kind of anger, of course, it's an act which has shaken the conscience of the entire country, of course, and it is dastardly to say the least. It's inhumane, and the images which are continuing to come from Pahalgam, and of course now that the mortal remains of the families, when they reach their homes, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is. As I told you, it's heartbreaking. It's. What I see a change today is I think the people of Kashmir have sufficiently, unambiguously given a message to the perpetrators that enough. So far, so good. Thus far, no further. We are not going to stay lying here while on our soil, on our land, you will come and perpetuate these crimes.
Does this take Kashmir back in time in terms of all the movements? You know, we saw in recent times of increased tourist footfalls, the Union Territory, that, which it saw post the abrogation of Article 370, and to give that number of 3.5 million tourists who visited Kashmir in 2024.
I hope we don't. That would mean a victory for these perpetrators. That's what they wanted. You know, it's. I feel very odd talking about other things when people have died, people have lost their father, somebody has lost a father, somebody has lost a husband, somebody has lost a son. But you have to understand that in this killing, this is a multifaceted terror attack. Of course, the most vicious part of it is to kill these innocent people who were tourists, who had come here to have a good time. And equally vicious, and a facet of this terror attack, is to destroy and hit at, assault, the economic lifeline of Kashmir, which is tourism. You know, smear our identity of hospitality, culture of hospitality, with an indelible dark mark, a dark milestone. We have a culture of hospitality which dates back to more than 100 years. These villains have come and uprooted everything for us. Societally, socially, we don't know. We can't explain to the whole world it's not us. It was a soil that was used by outsiders. And, tourism is an economic lifeline. They've hit at it and they know it hurts. They basically want Kashmiris to be out of work, be beggars, and be tools for exploitation. So as I said, it's multifaceted. In the short run, we see that they kill these innocent people, and in the longer term, it is the economic lifeline that they're struck at. And if things go back to olden days, as you have just put in, then it is what they actually wanted.
A professor at Assam University who survived the Pahalgam terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir said that the gunman spared his life after he recited the Kalma. Debanish, who is still stranded in Srinagar, he spoke exclusively to NDTV's Ratndeep Chaudhary. Listen in to this first-hand ordeal of the barbaric killing of 26 innocent lives in Kashmir's Pahalgam.
Exactly what had happened yesterday with you people? You were the survivors there and eyewitness to the incident.
We reached there, Kashmir on Monday.
Right.
Tuesday, we left for Pahalgam.
Right.
Pahalgam took around around 1:30 to 2, we were at the spot. So after that, I heard a gunshot, and so I asked people around what's happening, and local people said, no, it's nothing, it might be from the forest department. It's just to scare away the wildlife.
Right.
To scare away the wild animals, so it might be like that. So we also thought, we never anticipated that we would have been under an ambush.
Right.
So after that, I saw a guy just walking with gun on the hand, and I thought he might be from the forest department.
Was he wearing an uniform or army fatigue?
No, nothing like that. It was a black mask, black cap, black jacket, everything was black. And I was also not in that state completely to notice to remember at least what he was wearing. So I just saw him, he was walking by and he was talking to a couple and then shot the husband. After that, we all, my family and the people who were there at the spot on that side, we all took shelter under a tree. We lied on the ground behind a tree. Then he approached this group of people where we were there also.
Right.
And then he encircled us. There was a single guy.
Okay.
So he did roam around us.
Right.
And then there was a guy who was trying to lay down on the ground.
Right.
He was standing when that man came with the gun.
Right.
And he was shot dead.
Right.
Just one hand away from us.
Right.
And then he was roaming around, and we were always just chanting where everybody was chanting.
Right.
And then we left, and then he pointed the gun towards my head.
Right.
And he listened what I was saying.
Yes.
And then he left.
So basically, what were you chanting?
We were chanting the Kalma. Everybody was chanting that.
Okay.
I was also chanting that.
Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, he has visited Srinagar and met with the victims of the Pahalgam terror attack. During his visit, he stated that India will respond strongly and appropriately to this attack.
पूरी जो का हादसा है, जो ये टूरिस्ट के ऊपर हुआ बड़ा हमला है, और इसका जवाब तो ईंट का जवाब पत्थर से मिलेगा ही. ये करारा जवाब बिल्कुल मिलेगा, क्योंकि ये बेकसूर लोगों का खून बहा है. ये इनकी शहादत बिल्कुल खाली नहीं जाएगी और बेकार नहीं जाएगी. ये हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री बहुत ही कठोरता से ये पाकिस्तान को बराबर सबक सिखाएंगे.
Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.
स्मार्ट एसी
स्मार्ट एसी वो है जो बाहर के बदलते मौसम के हिसाब से
होम को रखे सुपर कूल।
घर ले आइए पैनासोनिक स्मार्ट एसी और रहिए फ्यूचर रेडी।
पैनासोनिक।
Welcome back. The Madras High Court has launched a suo motu case against Tamil Nadu Minister Ponmudi, a member of Chief Minister Stalin's cabinet, for allegedly making obscene remarks deemed as prima facie hate speech, escalating legal troubles for the minister.
The Madras High Court today directed its registry to register a case against Tamil Nadu Forest Minister Ponmudi for what it calls wounding feelings of Shaivites, Vaishnavites and women. In a recent video which NDTV cannot independently verify, Ponmudi is seen talking explicitly, making vulgar comments with casteist overtones on sex workers. And last week, the Madras High Court had asked the Tamil Nadu police to file an FIR. And today, the police told the court that they found no case made out against Ponmudi. They also cited the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court closing a few complaints on the same issue. Kanimoli MP from the DMK was the first to condemn the speech and called it unacceptable, after which Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, as the DMK chief, stripped Ponmudi of the party position he held as the Deputy General Secretary. But still there are demands from the opposition, particularly the BJP, asking for Ponmudi being dropped from the Stalin's cabinet, saying he is unfit to be a minister. And at the moment, it's not clear yet in what context exactly Ponmudi made this speech at a private Indo meeting organized by the Periyar Dravidar Kalagam, an outfit that's known for its rationalist principle. Today, the court said Ponmudi was already convicted in a corruption case and he had obtained stay from the Supreme Court, and now he has misused the liberty. This has certainly come as an embarrassment for the ruling DMK and the Tamil Nadu police. In Chennai, Sam Daniel, NDTV.
Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.